the garden. So today is October 1st, and I thought it would be a good day to do a quick update video. In the past week, I've been really busy in the garden with different fall projects. And since I filmed those videos, we actually ripped out all of our crops for summer. The crops that I planted for fall are all still in the ground and are doing pretty well. So this end of the garden is where quite a few of my fall crops are. I put this trellis up for my cucumbers. They're a fast maturing cucumber. This side is pickling and the other side is slicing. And then underneath of the trellis, I have broccoli, cauliflower, and a few cabbage. On the other side of this bed are 2 zucchini plants. These pickling cucumbers have a lot of cucumbers on their vines. I recently came in and trimmed a lot of the leaves off because they were starting to get the white powdery mildew, which is very typical this time of year. But I'm hoping we get at least one good harvest out of these to make some pickles out of. I'm not sure if the rest of the fall crops will make it to maturity before we have a hard frost, but I'm hoping so. I've never specifically grown crops for fall before, so it's just an experiment this year. This is the other spot in the garden that I have fall crops planted. This zucchini plant is doing the best out of the 3. I also had to trim some leaves off of this that were getting the white powdery mildew, but we've harvested quite a few zucchini off of this plant already. And then in this other part of the bed, I have more broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower planted. I also have broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage planted in our home raised bed, along with a bunch of greens. The greens that I planted were a romaine lettuce, a spinach, a mustard, and a dark colored kale. These are the 2 raised beds that I put together last week for my strawberry plants. I ordered them from Home Depot. They're 42 by 42 inches square, and they were only about $30 each. Each year my uncle thins out his strawberry patch and gives me his extra plants. So I needed some additional space for them this year, so I thought this would be a really good idea. He gave me about 100 plants, which I have planted in these 2 beds, and then another spot in our garden in our backyard. Last week, before we cleared out the garden, we harvested all the vegetables that were left on the plants. We harvested a ton more Roma tomatoes. We got a lot more peppers to ferment for hot sauce. I dug all of my potatoes that were in this garden, which was 10 hills, and we tore out all the vine crops and I harvested my pumpkins. Well, that pretty much does it for this garden update. My next project that I'm going to be working on is actually taking place in this spot right behind me. This herb garden is getting torn down, and this is where I'm going to be putting a pergola up at. So I'll try to film some footage of that and post it really soon.